Hello, this is Mansi from Mansi Makes, and today I'm sharing this sunset that I created on my gel plate. The prompt for this was sky, and I will preface this by saying the plan didn't quite go according to what I had in mind. You'll see me pulling the first pull, and I was scratching my head going, why did I let the paint dry so fast on the gel plate? I should have just pulled a print without overthinking this. But, these things happen and you just kind of trudge along and try to make the best of it. So that's what you'll see me doing here. I had this vision of creating a sunset painting, and I'm using my perfect placement tool, as you can see from Jelly Arts, to align my paper. And when I pulled this print, I was just in panic mode because nothing pulled quite the way I wanted it to. And then I added a layer of yellow to kind of try to salvage it, thinking that that'll give the plate some moisture for more paint to adhere on. Then I added some blue, kind of again trying to muddy up the layers that had already appeared, and it looked like, okay, this was going somewhere now. To brighten it up again, I used some more yellow, and when I pulled this last print, I was convinced that now if I do my original colors of purple, pink, red, and orange in just the top half, that I would have something that I could live with. And I don't give up very easily on my gel plate prints, so you can see that kind of in action here. Again, just use a little bit of yellow and a sponge dauber to make my sun. And that's kind of where I decided I wanted some more blue at the bottom for the water. I figured out I was going to make some kind of a water scene, and that was my last thing that I did on the gel plate. Whatever you see after this is all what I call embellishing a gel plate print, and that's kind of where my crayons and my Stabilo pencils and my Derwent Inktense pencils and my markers and all of that come in play. So for this particular scene, after I had pulled this print, which I was relatively happy with now, it looks like the colors of a sunset, and they're vibrant, they're not muted, not quite the layers that I wanted, but still I was quite happy with it. So I just went in with my Caran d'Ache Neocolor 2 wax crayons, which are water soluble, and I used a permanent black marker to make a bow. This is all freehand. I'm usually not looking at something while doing any of this. I don't go on Pinterest and look for images or do a Google search. This is all kind of coming out of my head. Imagining a sunset in Jamaica while on vacation. That's the kind of scene I would see in front of me, so that's what I painted. So you'll see the tree is a bit wonky. It's not exactly how a normal coconut tree would look like, but that's what I did my best. I was having fun, and that's all really that mattered. So I just kind of went in and doodled, so to speak, and added some shadows here and there and some black lines. And sometimes I do have to remind myself of what I keep telling you over and over again, is to let go of the fear, because ultimately, what is it? It's just a piece of paper, right? If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. Make another painting. So it's sometimes a good reminder for myself when I'm doing things like this that it's okay if the outcome isn't quite as extraordinary as I had envisioned when I started spreading the paint on the gel plate. But at the end of the day, I can live with this. This is something pretty cool. I've never made anything like this before. I didn't give up. I just kind of went with the flow. And if it had all gone bad, I would have covered it up with a leaf and, used that as a mask and put on some patterns, and I would have had another kind of print. But it worked out, so, and I had fun. And I learned I could make a coconut tree and a sunset scene using just my gel plate and a bit of acrylics. So thanks so much for watching, and keep playing.